Everyone in my life is sympathetic to my husband's infidelity and think I should forgive him. I have cancer, and throughout treatment I have been too unwell and stressed to want time. As such, my husband decided to seek it elsewhere. When I found out, I confided in my parents, who told me it was fair that he wanted to get time somewhere else if I wasn't doing my duty and giving it to him, and I should cut him some slack because he's been caring for me and financially supporting me through this time. My friends and other family members also have this view. I don't think there's anyone in my life who would see it as reasonable not to forgive him. I'm shocked and so angry at them, but especially at my husband. I can't leave while I'm in treatment, unfortunately, and it scares me that I'm relying so much on the person who made such a cold decision to hurt me while I'm at my lowest. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, man here. He made a conscious choice to cheat. I'm assuming that your family members and friends only have those opinions because they are not in your place, so it doesn't feel the same. I can't imagine doing this to my wife. I understand that he has needs, but his vow was to you. You are going through a testing time and I sincerely hope you recover well, but at the very minimum, your husband should sacrifice his needs for you. If he is willing to cheat while you are hospitalized, he is willing when you are healthy. Sorry you have to go through this. Redditor follow-up, conscious choice to cheat, eloquently put. There is no excuse for cheating. Sending you hugs. I am sorry for what you are going through. Take care of yourself. Redditor 2, I am a man. I have a wife who was diagnosed with cancer 3 weeks ago. We expect it to be bad. We are already on rocky ground due to an extremely stressful relationship. I will never cheat on her. Even if we can't have sex, it's an excuse for the inexcusable. You deserve better. Redditor follow-up, so sorry for your situation and my prayers for both of you and special for your wife's recovery. Hope everything turns out well. For you for dealing with so much stress and still being strong. Update, I decided to try and reconcile. He cheated almost immediately, while I was in hospital. One thing I've learned during my cancer journey is that a staggering amount of men will cheat on their cancer-stricken partners. While I was too unwell to have time, my husband, apparently incapable of using his hands, wandering. When it all came out, I was pressured into staying with him. Many people in my life believed his infidelity was understandable because of my inability to perform my wifely duties. There was also the problem that I was relying on my husband's health insurance to treat my cancer, so divorcing him wasn't really on the table unless I planned to fund the rest of my treatment through GoFund. God bless America. We separated, but we're talking about possibly trying again. About a week ago I agreed to try and reconcile. I told him to buy a flashlight, and that if he did it again I would leave him. Well, while I was in hospital for some tests, he invited some lady over. I got home earlier than expected, and drove up to see her leaving the house. She hadn't realized he was married, figured it out immediately upon seeing me, and confirmed to me that he had cheated on me. He hadn't even waited a week. He was apologetic but tried to justify it again, still claiming that he needs time and doing it himself just wasn't enough. So I guess it's definitely over. We're staying married so I can still access treatment, but he will be moving out. I think deep down I knew he would cheat again. I just didn't want to believe it. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, mine cheated on me also. I have stage 4 cancer. I feel your pain. Such a pathetic thing to do when you need them the most. I'm much happier now and he's miserable. Lol. His car crapped out and he still owes 6 years on it and the girls he cheated with dumped him. I also inherited a large amount of money and some assets. He's broke and suffering. Karma got him and will get your ex also. Redditor follow-up, please make sure you have a valid will and that you have designated someone other than him as beneficiary on any life insurance policies you have. You can make your own karma sometimes. Redditor 2, my mother's oncologist told my father you were a good guy. Most men leave their wives when they have cancer. It always struck me as odd that not being a cockbag was considered special, until I realized how shitty humans can be. Including your husband, apparently. Sorry you're going through this. You deserve better. Redditor 3. Many people in my life believed his infidelity was understandable because of my inability to perform my wifely duties. This is total BS. These people obviously have no idea of being faithful. You were in the most vulnerable position a human being could be in being treated for cancer. The marriage vows include in sickness and good health for a reason. He had no reason to cheat on you. Many men in his position would not care about being about to have sex, instead worry about whether or not the woman they love and chose to spend the rest of their life with will live and be there for her and support her. I'm so sorry this happened to you. You are a good woman who deserves much better. You chose right to concentrate on your health, which I pray you get better. We are here for you, and vent if you need to update us on your health. We will be here waiting and ready to listen. God bless. Redditor follow-up. Those archaic baboons, wife duties aren't just a woman spreading her legs for her man's pleasure. Jesus, we live in such a f***ed-up world. She deserves so much more in life. Update, as it turns out, I will not be surviving infidelity. My husband cheated on me around a year ago because I was too unwell to sleep with him due to my cancer treatment. I tried to reconcile with him, and he did it again almost immediately. Prior to this, my treatment was going quite well. My prognosis was optimistic. Afterwards, not so much. The tide turned and suddenly the treatments weren't working anymore. The cancer was found in my lungs, and began spreading more aggressively. 2 weeks ago I was told that further treatment will only extend my life, not save it. My cancer is terminal. I made the decision to stop treatment, and begin considering my options for end-of-life care. I truly believe my husband's infidelity caused this. Throughout my cancer journey I have been told that I need to minimize stress and remain as optimistic as possible. The mind is a powerful thing, and our willpower can sometimes make or break the effectiveness of the treatment. I think when my husband broke my heart, he also weakened my will to live just enough to make a difference in giving the cancer the upper hand. I will never know for sure, but I am convinced if my husband hadn't cheated, I would not be terminal. ETA, no religion spirituality-based support please. Redditor's reactions story 2 after. Redditor 1, I'm really sorry you're going through this op. The cruelty of all of this is astounding. I wish you peace as you go through treatments. Do you have a supportive network that is checking in on you and standing by you as you go through these 2 tragic experiences? Answer, not really. Unfortunately, most of my family and friends damaged their relationships with me by pressuring me to forgive my husband and excusing his cheating. Redditor 2, I'm really sorry about that. I lost my grandma to cancer. You should say the exact word to him. Let him live with his guilt for the rest of his life. Cheating is wrong no matter what. My prayers are always with you. Don't give up hope, just hold to it. Redditor 3, I am so sorry This hurts my heart and I wish I could stand in solidarity with you more than just virtually. This kills my faith in humanity. I want to kick your husband and family's asses all the way around the city and state and back. I hope you are able to find a support network for yourself. You deserve to have a loving, supportive, loyal group of people around you. I hope you find one ASAP. In the meantime, we are here for you anytime. Story 2, I 32F told my boyfriend 31M that his best friend 30M deserved to be cheated on. My boyfriend Aaron, his friend John, his friend's wife Deborah. Hello, I feel bad right now and I want to know if I should be. My boyfriend, who I will be referring to as Aaron, is mad at something I said and wants apology from me, but I don't regret what I said. Me and Aaron 31M have been together for 4 years. He's a sweetheart and I love him. He has a best friend 30M who I will be referring to as John, is like a brother to him. Aaron and John have been friends since middle school and have went through a lot together, including alcoholism and a cocaine addiction. Aaron is sober of both of his. John is still a drinker but sober from C. Came. John is married to the woman 34F he cheated on his 7-year girlfriend 27F with. From here on, I will be referring to his wife as Deborah. His LTGF was pregnant with his baby at the time he met Deborah, and him and his girlfriend have a 7-year-old child together. He said that they had a ONS and she became pregnant, so he was stuck with her. My John has 4 children with 3 women. One of those women was his now wife Deborah, who he impregnated when his LTGF was 3 months pregnant. He chose the OW and married her 2 years later. He pays child support for 2 children. One sadly was conceived when he was 16 and was given up for adoption, and the other one is with Deborah. This never sat right with me, but I want to support my boyfriend who still wanted to be friends with him, so I'm still friendly to him. Aaron said he doesn't like John's life choices and have been telling him to not do the things he does, but John drunkenly does it anyway. Deborah was a co-worker of mine that introduced me to Aaron. She cheated on her abusive husband with my John and left the marriage for him. According to her ex, she cheated before and he gave her a chance, then cheated on him again with John. According to her, her husband cheated first and she cheated in revenge but fell in love. All of this bothers me, but it's not my life. I overheard John saying he'll never cheat on his wife because he actually loves her. Well, Deborah is also a drinker and has been going out more often with her friends to drink while he stayed home with their child. She's been away longer and leaving to drink with her friends more often. John stopped drinking for a while and has been trying to stay sober to encourage his wife to do the same. She continued drinking and I heard him voicing concerns she was cheating on him. One night, a few days ago, John called me in hysterics asking to talk to Aaron because his phone was dead. I asked him what's wrong and he sobbed, "She cheated on me." I gave the phone to my boyfriend. I heard the conversation because of how loud John was talking. He said he noticed mysterious transactions on their card while she was out and found a transaction to a hotel. He went to the hotel and sat in the lobby until she walked out hand in hand with another man. He said he punched this guy and shook his wife before leaving. He was sobbing and shouting through the phone. Aaron listened and was quiet through all this. Then he finally said, "You know a cheater cheats, right?" John shouts, "But I've been nothing but faithful to her. I love her with all my heart." He sobs. I left the room because I couldn't feel sorry for him. He has monkey branched in every relationship he's been in. Deborah said it was once and she was drunk and that it meant nothing, blah blah, trickle truth, blah blah, I love only you, blah blah. You all know how a cheater lies. John started drinking again and has been sleeping on our couch while Deborah called, texted, emailed him to come back home every day. A few days ago, Aaron was able to convince him to take a shower since D-Day he has done zero self-care. We were talking about the situation and I said, frankly, I don't really feel sorry for him. Now he knows what's it like to be cheated on. Aaron became aggravated and said, "No one deserves to be cheated on." He said that my reasoning was spiteful. I guess he's right, but I believe people end up sleeping in the bed that they made. John cheated on every girlfriend he's had. I remember him bragging about how many women he has impregnated. Aaron has been upset with me ever since. And I found out he told John what I said. This morning, John looked at me, then he looked at the floor in shame. I felt like it was because of my statement. Should I apologize to Aaron and John for what I said? Thank you. Edit. Thank you all for your hard honesty. I didn't think my boyfriend was upset because of how what I said relates to our relationship. The friend came back 30 minutes ago, drunk like a skunk, and passed out on our floor. I'll talk with my boyfriend and tell him I don't feel sorry what I said. I edited this post to include fake names. Redditor's reaction. Story 3 after. Redditor 1, big oof. Way too much drama for me. You can't fix if there is nothing wrong, lol, good luck. Redditor follow-up, exactly. This is as crazy as the acid that goes down in soap operas. The best thing for op is to get as far away from this situation as possible, since she is surrounded by a shoals. Redditor 2, God. The best friend and your boyfriend sound like a pill. Why did he share what you said to his friend? To cause more drama? Ugh. Sound like a couple of gossiping hens. Redditor follow-up. I agree, disagreeing with you is one thing. There was no need to share it with his friend. I'd advise you extricate yourself from this toxic world they've built. Redditor 3. He does deserve it. I've been nothing but faithful, and I love her blah blah blah. I bet his LTGF of 7 years felt the exact same pain when he cheated on her and she loved him. He should feel her pain. I hate cheaters and feel zero remorse for them. The whole thing is not surprising since she cheated on her previous husband twice, so even if she gets this one back she'll do it again. Story 3. My F22 boyfriend M31 of 3 years won't stop using dating apps. I think it's time for me to leave. Since we met, my boyfriend has been on and off of Tinder. I've been very clear that it hurts me, but he always defended it as just him wanting an ego boost. A few months ago we had a major argument about it where I threatened to leave, and I honestly thought that was going to be the end of it. Pretty naive, really. Also, I should note his ex before me left him for this very reason. I feel like an idiot for thinking he'd ever change. Today I woke up and realized he'd been using my phone and his email was logged in. I noticed he'd gotten an email from an app called Hinge. Just to give you an idea of the kind of app this is, the description read, the app that was designed to be deleted. Great. My stomach instantly dropped. I logged into it with his phone number and he's put up profile pictures of him that I've taken when we've been on days out together. In his description he's got things like we'll get along if you like Chinese and have a dog, if you're silly and comfortable and overshare. He's also put in as a strict preference that he wants to be matched with Hindus, Muslims only. I'm white British. I knew something was going on yesterday but wasn't sure what. He was acting differently and it was making me so anxious. He had the nerve to tell me that I must just be hormonal? I think the worst part about it is his reaction to all of this. He heard me crying, acted concerned, and then saw me with his phone, at which point he just took it from me and went back to bed. That was about an hour ago, and the only interaction I've had with him since was him asking me to open the bathroom door. Not to see if I was okay, but because he needed to pee. This post sounds like a joke at this point. I'm obviously hurt by the fact that he's on this thing, but I think I'm more shocked by his total lack of guilt or response to me being upset. I'm so angry and there's nothing I can do with it. I'm so embarrassed about the situation. I don't want to tell my family friends how he's treated me, and I can't even talk to him about it because he's refusing to address anything's wrong. He's still in bed. I don't know what to do. He's brought my self-esteem down so much that I feel like I can't be without him, but I know I can't stay in this situation. Should I even bother trying to talk to him, or should I just leave? I've taken screenshots of everything, and initially I was going to send them to his family but thought against it. The thing is, if I just leave there's literally zero consequences for him. He gets what he wants. He gets the freedom to go on random dates with no guilt. It just seems so ducking unfair that I'm the one left heartbroken and he gets to party up. I know the majority of replies are going to tell me to leave, and I can't argue with you there. But how do I quell this need for closure? Revenge. TLDR, caught my boyfriend of 3 years on another dating app. He's refusing to even acknowledge the fact that I'm upset. Don't know what to do. Edit update. So within the hour after I'd initially written this post, I got myself and my stuff together, packed it in my car, and left. It felt impossible. There was a lot of stuff and I was a wreck, but I managed it in the end. Throughout the whole time, he was just in bed pretending to sleep, which made me angry more than anything. I felt like he couldn't care less. We'd been living together for 2 years, but fortunately, in September I decided to get my own student apartment. Obviously, I knew then that things weren't going well, and thank God I made that decision because now I have a place to stay. Whilst I was sat on the driveway in my car ready to leave, I got a text from him saying, I'm not going to insult you by asking you to stay or to come back, but could you please leave the keys to the house? I had already left them, but that last dig at me made me so mad and hurt. No apology, no goodbye, just leave the keys. I guess that's my closure. So currently I'm just sitting in bed with my stuff all around me in bags reading through these comments, and have been for the last couple of hours. Thank you for the support, even the comments that were harsh I greatly appreciate. It just gave me a wake-up call and a kick up the ass to sort my life out. I'm sad that this shitshow of a relationship has come to an end, angry that it happened the way it did, but funnily enough, I'm relieved. I can do what I want now and get on top of my self-esteem issues. I'm driving down to see my mom and the rest of the family tomorrow. I haven't seen them since Christmas and I absolutely cannot wait. The anger's still there, but I'm just going to get on with things. I absolutely cannot waste any more energy on that guy. Any advice for my newly single life getting him out of my head? Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, revenge? Your best revenge will be when he's still browsing date apps while you are in a new, respectful and serious relationship. Even better revenge, when you get engaged to a loving and stable man and he is still SW strangers. You know this isn't okay, don't you? You know boyfriends don't normally have casual internet hookups? They stay faithful and true. He's also a lot older than you. 31-year-old men usually have more goals than ego boosts from women online. You have so much time to find a great guy who won't do this to you. This is dysfunctional. I know you are going to be kicking yourself when you meet a faithful man and realize the dysfunction of this last relationship. Redditor follow-up. Oh god, I didn't notice the age difference at first. In ops title. Yeah, there's a reason why he's dating someone so much younger. Redditor 2, you're leaving, right? Like, you're planning out the move and sounding out your friends, right? Imagine still being in this place in 2 months, 6 months, a year. Please leave. Opus 3. Op answer, for the moment I'm just sitting downstairs trying to collect myself, but yes, I've absolutely had enough of feeling like this. I can't imagine this being my future. Redditor 3, there is no amount of closure or revenge that will actually make you feel better. And he doesn't seem to honestly care about you, so what kind of revenge could you ever get? Dump him. Leave and never look back. Be happy, love your life, and forget about this shoal. He isn't worth another single second. Life is too short. I'm sorry anyone would treat you like that. It is completely detestable what he did to you. You are worth so much more. Please find a way to just move on, cut your losses and just focus on making yourself happy. Op answer, thanks for this. He clearly doesn't give a crap. I'm talking to my mom at the moment. I think I'm going to go home and spend some time with my family and distract myself with that.